You're too old to learn Spanish. Hola, hola, bienvenidos to this new How to Learn Spanish with Worlds Across. I hope you're doing great. You know, like the tiger of the cereal box, you know, like that ad. Oh, well, let's focus here today because we have a very special video. I know what you're thinking. I can see it in your eyes. Yes, you, John. You're thinking, oh no, I'm too old to learn Spanish. Oh no, it's impossible. Well, let me tell you something. You are wrong, okay? Let's start by discussing why are we having this conversation, right? There's a big stigma, big myth, and stereotype that after you're 40 years old, after you're 50 years old, the ability to learn new stuff, new things, is gone. And let me tell you something. Yeah, look at me. I have living proof that that's not true. I have a lot of students over 50 years old that basically speak Spanish fluently.
No es problema. Yo escribo cada día, tengo clases con ustedes. Worlds Across tiene tutores muy inteligentes, muy buenos tutores. Yo
Ajá,
soy cuidadora de perros, ¿ok?
ajá, muy
So,
bien.
cuando yo camino por la calle con el perro, a veces yo hablo alto en español para practicar.
Ah, tremendo, es
¿Ok?
espectacular.
So let's see why you haven't been able to learn Spanish. Let's start by that. Okay, why haven't you been able to learn Spanish? Let's start with the first reason. Learning a language is not something that happens overnight, right? It takes time. It's a process. But probably you have seen those ads that tells you like, oh, the secret way, the secret pathway to learn Spanish in 3 weeks. Learn this 100 words and you'll magically speak Spanish. That's unrealistic. That's not setting like your expectations in the right way. That's harmful. Learning a language is a process. It's not something that you do step by step. Think about a diet. It's something that requires time, right? It's kind of obvious. Secondly, it's everything about finding the right method. The method for you. Because you're probably thinking of your buddy Joe that found this school, this program, this flashcards a couple years ago and learned Spanish. But it doesn't work for you. And you know what? That's completely normal. We all learn in different ways, right? Let me give you an example. My buddy Shannon, she basically practiced her grammar and like one day of grammar, and during the whole week she practiced conversation using based on that specific topic, right? She is now conversational in Spanish. But on the other hand, we have my friend, mi amigo Chris, who basically learned, like, had 1,500 hours of comprehensive input. Then he decided to go to output and he is conversational in Spanish. So it's finding the right method for you, okay? By the way, come here. If you don't believe me, go watch Shannon's and Chris's Worlds Across stories. Finally, if you're over 40, 50 years old, your life is kind of busy, right? Like you don't have the amount of time you had when you were like 15 years old or 18 years old. You have a family, you have responsibilities. It's normal. Again, it's finding the right fit for you. Finally, as we grow up, we tend to be harder on ourselves, you know? And think about this for a second. You're trying to relate the success you've been having in life, at work and everything, with the success you need to have in learning a language. And that's not something relatable. That's not realistic. It's a process, you know? But well, now that we talk about the why you haven't been able to do it, let's talk about how you will be able to learn Spanish, okay? Now let's talk about what you have to do to succeed. Number one, receive input. You probably listen or watch those videos where the host speaks in slow Spanish or intermediate speed Spanish, and you think it's kind of lame, but let me tell you, it works. Especially if you listen to stuff or things that you like to. Basically, you'll gain vocabulary, context, you're gonna love it. You need to be patient because it's not something that happens overnight. If you think you're stuck, maybe you're focusing too much on grammar or like forcing the output, and you'll need more input. Do it and you'll see you'll succeed. Number 2, create a routine. You know, people say that if you do something for 21 days, then it becomes a habit. That is true. And think about this for a second. If you go to the gym like regularly, then basically it's like it's easy, right? If you water your plants, do the same thing. Like YouTube videos, take your classes, flashcards, whatever you do it regularly. Number 3, find your match. The affective filter plays a big role when we're learning a language, right? In language acquisition, it's very important. And finding the right tutor, the coach who basically you feel comfortable with, it's super important for the process to be smooth and easy as possible. Again, it's not something that happens overnight. Number 4 and final, surround yourself with the language. Think about this for a second. There are a lot of communities all over the world where there are Spanish speakers and you can interact with them. Think about the church, think about the baseball club, whatever. Of course, we have online communities, and the best one is this one, Worlds Across. You'll feel supported, you'll meet a lot of people who are basically doing the same thing you are doing. You're not alone on this journey. That is important. Guys, I'm telling you, it's not only possible, but highly achievable and rewarding. I'm thinking about my students and I'm so proud because they started here, like having this fear, and now they speak Spanish. It's fantastic. So tell me, guys, do you feel it's harder to learn Spanish if you are more than 50 years old? What were the challenges you faced? What recommendations you have for people watching this video? Put them in the comments. And as always, if you like this video, thumbs up, like, me gusta, share it with your friend Joe, with your friend Gina, who are more than 50 years old, and tell them it's possible. You can do it, okay? So guys, nos vemos en el próximo How to Learn Spanish with Worlds Across. Chao, chao.